Hello. I felt the call to come out with the dog and upload another video, record another video. There's been a lot of rain and now the mosquitoes are out. So I'm going to be contending with that while I record. But today's video, I didn't come out here with a crystal clear intent about what I am going to record, but some of the things that have been coming through for me are, some of the things in my practice of rewiring the subconscious are beliefs, about whether it's possible to manifest this dream of mine of establishing an institute, a physical location where like-minded and not so like-minded people can come together and share information, teach each other, and be students of each other. It's really an institute of being students of truth. And there's somebody right nearby. I'm not sure if they're going to run into my dog. Let's see how that goes. I don't know. I don't know if they're on the other side of the river or this side. Well, we'll continue to record. What's been coming through most for me is my subconscious belief against my being able to find a romantic partner. I've had romantic partners in the past. And I'm certainly not going to go into any details about that. I've had some positive and some negative experiences there. But what my subconscious is saying to me is, when I am envisioning my ideal timeline, it includes having a positive, vital, harmonious, joyful, loving, romantic connection. Subconscious says, no, you can't. Other people can have that, but not you, loser. 30 days of ongoing work on that say different. I really am having some success in addressing that particular subconscious belief. And indeed, I have a sense of optimism about it. So, on the issue of love, and in this case, I have an abundance of general love in my life. Love from Source. Source is love. Love from my spirit guides. Love from my higher self. Love for myself. Love from my family. I am grateful. I am so fortunate, and I am grateful to have that love from my family. And then love from my friends. I'm grateful for that. And indeed, I've had the romantic love in the past, with the most recent relationship really having been the best one. There was just some lack of compatibility there ultimately. Yeah. I still grieve that a little bit because it really was. It really was a good relationship. So, romantic love. Am I going to try to define it? No. It's subtle. I know it when I feel it. I know it when I see it. I have a number of friends married, and they've got it. I've known them for years. They've got it. That sort of love. So what is it? Well, I know it when I see it. I heard a quote just a few minutes ago when I was watching YouTube. A creator quoted an author differentiating lust from love, right? Lust being an attachment, it's based on egoic desires, not necessarily having much to do with the person that you have the lust for, but more about what they do for you. And yet the quote was that lust is the soil and love is the lotus flower that grows from it. So it seems the point of that quote is that, well, there needs to be chemistry, right? There needs to be a physical attraction, a physical excitement. And I get that. I've experienced that, being single and having friends. There have been some proposals to set me up on dates and such things. And I have declined because I just don't have any physical attraction to the person. And so then, my friends will then criticize me for being superficial. And yet, if I try to visualize a relationship with a woman that I don't have physical attraction for, well, I have many such relationships right now. And what they are friendships. Yeah. So, romantic love, is it simply friendship plus physical attraction? It seems to be more than that. More than just that. I think I'll have to get back to you on that one. So, I'm just thinking this out. And, I have certainly experienced love for women that, for whatever reason, I can't have romantically. And in some ways, it's purer because I don't feel the impulse to chase or to manipulate. And so it's just a good thing. Right now, I just am not feeling very satisfied with how I'm expressing all of this. But I will upload it because I've made a few takes here where it's just, well, and I know I'm not going to get this figured out right here and now. I guess when I do meet my soulmate, or some would say twin flame, my romantic partner, I'll know it by how it feels. What I envision is that she and I will be together, whether it be online or in person, and the conversation will be fluent. Maybe we'll have similar interests, maybe not so much. Maybe the conversation will be us fluently telling the other about the interests that are different. I envision a certain ease and grace to the conversation, to the time we spend together, to forming the bonds. You know, in dating culture, at first date, so awkward. So awkward. I think the awkwardness, looking back on some awkward dates that I have had, I think the awkwardness arises from incompatibility. So what are some of the barriers? Well, I think the main barriers to forming bonds, romantic bonds, in this modern age, insecurities. What are we insecure about? Being enough? Am I good enough for her? She'll very likely be wondering if she's good enough for me. Suppose I open my heart to someone, become vulnerable, let down the macho facade, and she finds someone better and then abandons me, and I'm heartbroken, right? And I'm pretty sure that insecurity goes both ways. I think both men and women have that insecurity. What's another one? The insecurity that I will become stuck in a relationship for whatever reason. Maybe because we're married and yet we're incompatible and we're at each other's throats. Or maybe one of us is at the throat of the other and the other is passive, or maybe there's manipulation and control and gaslighting, and oh my gosh, okay, I've been stuck in that kind of a relationship before. I don't want it to happen again. Yeah. I don't know. What are some other of the things that we humans worry about when it comes to dating. You know, what keeps us from allowing ourselves to be vulnerable? What keeps us from agreeing to go on a date, for one thing? What keeps us from making a commitment? You know, those two things I mentioned, I think, are major insecurities in forming a romantic bond. And I can't think of anything else right now. It seems like it all comes down to those two issues. All right. Well, we're reaching the limit as to what people will click on for length of videos. So I'm going to cut this off and post it. Of course, I have more quantum physics content coming up. And, you know, I will... my mission is to take that very deep and sometimes very technical quantum physics content and trying to make it more general and more understandable to those who have not yet studied actual quantum mechanics, differential equations, partial differential equations. A lot of quantum mechanics comes down to ordinary and partial differential equations, as well as linear algebra. And, you know, to really get a grasp on those subjects, each of them, you know, a good 60 hours for each. Not everybody has that kind of time. So the goal is to try to boil it down to the core concepts. Try to put those core concepts into everyday terms and then present them. And to identify what are the concepts that really seem to apply to the world of spiritual ascension, right? Because quantum physics and spirituality are so frequently put together. And that is, that's the thing for me, putting those two together. Finding the spirituality in the mathematics and the quantum mechanics, as well as finding the quantum mechanics and the mathematics in the spirituality. So, more to come on that. Thank you for making it this far in this video. And if you'd like to continue to think about these things, consider these things along with me, please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.